In the world of Journey to the West, there are 4 great continents: Dongxing Shenju, Shinuhejo, Nanjing Bujo, and Beijulujo. In the Dongxing Shenju Sea lies a divine mountain called Wagwo Mountain, which has existed since the creation of the world. Wagwo Mountain is full of spiritual energy, nurturing a celestial stone that absorbed the essence of the sun and moon over many years. Eventually, the stone cracked open and weathered away to reveal a stone monkey. This stone monkey, upon birth, displayed extraordinary intelligence and strength. He quickly learned to walk on his own and even emitted beams of golden light from his eyes, which startled the Jade Emperor in the heavens. After his birth, the stone monkey lived with a group of monkeys on Wagwo Mountain. Due to his exceptional wisdom, he soon became the leader of the monkey group. Sun Wukong's rise to kingship was straightforward. He discovered a cave behind a waterfall, which became the perfect shelter for the monkeys. With this natural defense, Wagwo Mountain became Sun Wukong's stronghold. The monkeys proclaimed him their king, and he took the title Mei Hoang, Handsome Monkey King. Despite being the king of Wagwo Mountain, Sun Wukong was not content. He longed for immortality and greater power. To achieve this, he decided to leave and seek out the Tao. He set off in a small boat made by the monkeys and ventured to Nanjing Bujo. After nearly 9 years of wandering, he found his first teacher, Pudazushi, on a mountain called Lingtai Fankin. Impressed by the fact that Sun Wukong had no parents and was born from a celestial stone, Pudazushi named him Sun Wukong. For the first 6 or 7 years under Pudazushi, Sun Wukong was taught basic literacy, etiquette, and daily chores like sweeping, gardening, and tree trimming. After this initial period, Pudazushi began teaching Sun Wukong magical arts. The first skill taught was the way of immortality. After 3 years, Sun Wukong was taught the 72 transformations. The third skill he learned was the Jindoyun, a technique that allowed him to travel 108,000 miles in a single somersault. However, Sun Wukong's boastful display of his newfound abilities led Pudazushi to expel him from the school. Pudazushi also warned him never to mention his teacher's name if he got into trouble, or he would be reduced to ashes. Upon his return to Wagwo Mountain, Sun Wukong used his newly acquired powers to dominate the nearby demon world. He provided weapons and armor for the monkeys and subdued 72 nearby demon caves. This marked the formation of Wagwo Mountain's armed forces. Later, upon learning of powerful weapons in the Dragon Palace of the Eastern Sea, Sun Wukong ventured there and obtained his signature weapon, the Rui Jingo Bang, a staff weighing 13,500 pounds that could change size at will. One day, after drinking too much, Sun Wukong fell asleep and was captured by 2 underworld emissaries who took his soul to Yumingji, the underworld, where he learned that his time on Earth was up. Infuriated, he wreaked havoc in Yumingji and erased his name, as well as the names of all monkeys, from the Book of Life and Death, making them all immortal. According to the book, Sun Wukong was already 342 years old at that time. Sun Wukong's disturbances in the Dragon Palace and Yumingji soon reached the Jade Emperor, who decided to take action. Realizing the growing power and influence of Sun Wukong, Heaven attempted to appease him by offering him a position. Initially, he was appointed Bimawan, a low-ranking official responsible for managing the stables in Heaven. Upon discovering that Bimawan was a minor role, Sun Wukong was enraged and resigned, returning to Wagwo Mountain, where he declared himself Kishin Dashing, Great Sage equal to Heaven. This marked his first disappointment with Heaven. Heaven sent forces, including Julingshan, Neza, and Li Tianwan, to capture Sun Wukong, but he proved too powerful. Thus, Heaven tried to appease him a second time. This time, Sun Wukong was officially given the title of Kishin Dashing, with his own residence in Heaven, but it was merely an honorary position. Seeing that Sun Wukong was idle, the Jade Emperor assigned him to oversee the Pantayuan Peach Garden, where the magical peaches of immortality grew. Sun Wukong devoured the peaches and, upon learning that he was not invited to the peach banquet, he stole all the food and wine prepared for the event. He also consumed all the elixirs in Taisheng Laojin's Supreme Old Lord Laboratory. Realizing the magnitude of his actions, Sun Wukong fled back to Wagwo Mountain. Enraged, the Jade Emperor sent an army of 100,000 heavenly soldiers to capture Sun Wukong, but they failed. Eventually, Lang Shen was sent to subdue him. After a fierce battle of 300 rounds, neither side could claim victory until Taisheng Laojin used a sneak attack with his Jinganzhuo diamond trap to strike Sun Wukong on the head, leading to his capture. Having eaten the peaches, drunk the heavenly wine, and consumed the elixirs, Sun Wukong's body had become invincible, impervious to weapons, fire, and lightning. Heaven had no choice but to place him in Taisheng Laojin's Bagwalui trigrams furnace. During his 49 days in the furnace, Sun Wukong's eyes were scorched by the smoke, giving him Huyan Jinjing fiery golden eyes. Finally, he managed to escape the furnace when Taisheng Laojin opened it. Upon escaping, Sun Wukong kicked over the furnace and wreaked havoc in heaven, attacking indiscriminately. The Jade Emperor, realizing no celestial could defeat him, sent for the help of the Buddha, Rulai. Sun Wukong's havoc in heaven caused great concern. In the end, Rulai intervened and made a wager with Sun Wukong, challenging him to escape from his palm. Sun Wukong failed the challenge, and Rulai used his 5 fingers to transform into Wuxing Mountain, trapping Sun Wukong underneath for 500 years. At this point, Sun Wukong, despite his vast powers, was punished by heaven for his arrogance and disregard for the natural order. Trapped under Wuxing Mountain, Sun Wukong was immobilized, enduring 500 years of isolation and suffering. He was fed daily with iron pellets and copper juice by heaven as punishment for his actions. Guanyin Pusa, under orders from Rulai, sought a person to undertake the journey to retrieve the scriptures and decided to release Sun Wukong to assist in the quest. When Tang Sanzan, the chosen scripture seeker, passed by Wuxing Mountain, he freed Sun Wukong as directed by Guanyin. However, to curb Sun Wukong's rebellious nature, Guanyin placed a Jingu tight filial circlet on his head and taught Tang Sanzan the incantation to tighten it, causing Sun Wukong excruciating pain whenever it was recited. This measure successfully subdued Sun Wukong's unruly spirit and forced him to loyally protect Tang Sanzan. The journey to the west comprised Tang Sanzan, Sun Wukong, Jubaji, Sha Wujing, and Bai Longma. Throughout their journey, Sun Wukong faced numerous challenges and threats from various demons and spirits, but his divine abilities and wisdom allowed him to save Tang Sanzan repeatedly. Despite this, he endured multiple instances of being wrongfully dismissed by Tang Sanzan. During this phase, Sun Wukong gradually transformed from an arrogant demon king to a humble disciple of the Buddha, with his character and spirit being refined and elevated through the trials of the journey. After 14 years of arduous trials, Sun Wukong, along with Tang Sanzan, Jubaji, and Sha Wujing, successfully retrieved the scriptures, completing their mission. As the primary protector of the team, Sun Wukong was rewarded by Rulai with the title Duzhen Shengfo Victorious Fighting Buddha. This title not only acknowledged his immense power, but also his spiritual journey. After becoming a Buddha, Sun Wukong attained true enlightenment and spiritual liberation. His transformation from a rebellious, power-hungry king to a compassionate, disciplined monk exemplifies the Buddhist teachings of self-cultivation and redemption. Although he no longer possesses the fierce and reckless demeanor of his youth, Sun Wukong retains his unparalleled strength, now guided by wisdom and compassion. Thus concludes the journey of Sun Wukong from a stone-born monkey to a victorious fighting Buddha, showcasing a life of growth, trial, and ultimate enlightenment. Due to time constraints, we'll wrap up today's episode here. In the next episode, I'll dive into the trials Sun Wukong faced on his journey for the scriptures, as well as explore his 6 sworn brothers and the 3 great spiritual monkeys besides Sun Wukong. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to follow so you don't miss the exciting content coming up in the next episode.